Gold appeared to regain safe haven status post-Fed. However, this Tuesday, the metal seems to be following the raw commodity sector to the downside as the U.S. dollar index moves higher. Joining us today from the CME is Todd Bubba Horwitz. Thanks so much for being with us on Kitco News.
Danielle, it's always to be great to be on with you.
Well, let's start, as always, looking at gold. And, you know, it seemed like it was getting a boost last week, but now the metal seems to be under pressure. What's happening here on the gold front, Todd?
I think actually gold looks pretty good here. I think, yesterday we had a very weak dollar, strong euro currency, and today it's the opposite. But at the end of the day, I think gold found a nice level at about 1100, and we popped up right to 1140, which is a pretty good level if you're a trader that you would say, you know what, maybe I want to take some profit here. And I think really what you're seeing here is more of a profit-taking mentality than I'm getting out and I'm scared mentality. I think you'll see some more buyers step in again. I think if we can hold probably 1120, which is right about where we are, I think it's a great level to start buying again. I think gold itself looks terrific. I think it's probably going to make its next move. If it can get through 1140, it'll go to 1170. But again, I think overall, longer term, I think gold looks like it's going to start to reverse the trend. I think it's starting to technically look really good here. And I would definitely love to be a buyer. And I think that this is just a little natural selling, not concerning at all to me.
Okay, what about the U.S. dollar, Bubba? This morning, a SocGen report said the currency has lost its safe haven currency status and has been acting out of the ordinary for the past 2 months. What's your take on the U.S. dollar?
Well, first of all, the SocGen should go read the reports because I think they're out of their mind. But the reserve currency status has not changed. The U.S. dollar is still the fear trade. When there is fear in the real economy, and when there's money that really has to go somewhere, they're buying U.S. dollars. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that this morning. Yesterday the market was higher, but we're seeing is a major churn right here, and the digestion of what the Fed said last week is still resonating through Wall Street, where I think now you're going to see that bad news is actually going to be bad news, and for them to continue to cover it up. So I think the dollar itself looks to gain some strength here. I think as you look at the dollar index, 94 to 96 has been a pretty solid level. If we get above 96, it looks like we'll probably go back to the buck. All
right, well, we talked gold, we talked the dollar. Let's complete this trifecta with silver. Last time we spoke, you were liking it more than gold. Are you sticking to it?
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I love silver. I think it's in a really precarious position here. I think it has a great chance to make a very big rally. I think the risk is really minimal here, and I think you want to be buying silver at these levels because for some reason they're holding it under pressure. And if we see some growth and some other fear, silver's got a manufacturing quality as well as a precious metal status. So I think that silver is a terrific buyer. I think it's still well undervalued and compared to the rest of the market. And I think if you buy it, you put it away and hold it, I think you'll be a very happy camper down the road.
All right, Bubba, with the time we have left, you know I have to ask you about the Fed. Are you still expecting a rate hike for 2015?
I have never expected a rate hike for 2015. I think it'll be lucky now if we see one in 2016. I am expecting a QE4, though, because I believe the Fed has lost their way. I believe they have no clue of what to do. And I think the best news for them was that China and Greece news that allowed them to continue to push the can down the road and ignore that the real problem is that they need to raise rates, but I don't think they're going to do so. I think mid-2016 at the soonest is the way I see it right now.
All right, Bubba, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you, Danielle.
And thanks for watching this edition of the Kitco Gold Report. We'll see you tomorrow.